Good afternoon. It's Dr. Katrina Esau from KE3 Worldwide Enterprises. I'm just coming on for a quick break to have a quick conversation with you all. Had an interview today, talk show interview, and just wanted to kind of expound a little bit deeper as we kind of ran out of time. If you missed it, I'll actually be posting the video. I'll post it in my feed so that you can go back and catch it. But I just wanted to come on real quick, and please feel free to share this video with anyone you feel may be able to benefit from it. Again, my name is Dr. Katrina Esau with KE3 Worldwide Enterprises. I'm also the creator and founder of Whole, which is Wives Healing Openly, Leaving Him Exalted. But one of the things they asked me today that I wanted to just share a little bit about was, as I come in contact with other wives that are in their process of healing from infidelity, like what is the one thing that I would share with them, or what is kind of those first, when you're having that kickoff conversation and the woman is sharing, where she is, what would be my advice to her, or what would I share with her? And the very first thing is to decide. I would ask her, has she made the decision whether or not she's going to stay or if she's going to leave? And that's very important because, as I've shared with you all on several different occasions, I don't ever want to take the position of telling you whether you should leave or you should stay. I believe that's a decision that you have to make yourself with the guidance of God. I think that's something that you have to do on your own because it's a very personal decision. And we stay for many different reasons. Some of us, we can't deal with the hurt and the pain, so we just leave. But then there's other times where we stay where, we want to do it for the kids. I don't know what your reasoning may or may not be. As you guys come on, say hello, shout yourself out just so that I know that you're there. No need to watch from the background. If you're just joining, I'm just sharing a little bit about a question that I was asked today as part of an interview that I did on a talk show. And it was like, what would I share with women that I coach or come in contact with that are sharing their story? What would be some of the things that I would give them advice on? Hi, Brenda. I hope you're having a great day. And the first thing I would say is to decide. Again, if you don't really know what you're going to do to stay or to go, it's hard for you to build a strategy. It's hard for you to build a plan in terms of how you'll recover, in terms of what you're going to do, how you're going to fight for your marriage. You need to know that, A, I'm going to stay, or if you're not going to stay, you got to come up with a plan. Hey, Bianca, it's so good to see you. Miss seeing your face. But you have to know that. And so it's just like, if you're going on a road trip, if you don't know where your destination is, how will you get there? And so that's one of the first things that I always tell women that I come in contact with when I have my coaching sessions with them is make a decision. Again, I will not make that decision for you, but I will give you tools and strategies to help you get to that place. And, some people, I understand, don't have that relationship with God. You guys hear me talk about my spiritual relationship or my spirituality a lot, and I just can't separate myself from that. That's the only reason I'm here today yet in my right mind. And so if you don't have that, I like to tell women to follow your peace. Like, it's very important for me to have peace about any decision that I'm making. And if I don't have peace about it, I usually have to go back and pray a little bit. I have to go back and just weigh out the pros and the cons. You got to do the work. You've got to be able to do the work. That's very, very important, because if you don't have peace about what you're doing, the first thing that come up, you're gonna, go a different route. You're gonna be back and forth. And that's the one thing, you already got to deal with emotions. You don't need anything else adding to that. So one of the things I just wanted to share is make the decision. Are you going to stay? If you're going to stay, don't just stay and be a martyr. Fight for it. Put your all into it. So make that decision is the first thing. And then understanding that there are stages, if infidelity is akin to grief, it's akin to trauma, like it's a serious thing. And sometimes we just overlook it because it seems so common, but it's a real deal. So don't let people, talk down to you, or, sometimes we say, girl, just get over it. You can't get over everything quick. So be okay with the process. You can go the stages of grief. You start out in denial. You don't want to accept the fact that this happened to me. I was there. I didn't understand how it happened to me. I was hurt because of just who I am and because of my spiritual walk. And not that I hadn't done anything, I had done my part. I cheated because I wanted to get back at my husband, but that still didn't change the fact that I was hurting. And, I did the process. I went through repentance. I did my work. And so to still know that I had to walk through that, I was angry, which is the second step, as you're walking through the stages of grief. You go from denial, you go to anger, then you start bargaining with God. Well, God, if you do this, then I'll do that. And you start making a deal with yourself. You start doing all these things, and know that you don't have to go in sequence. You might start at denial, jump over to bargaining. You might go, the next step is depression, and then it's acceptance. You may be all over the place, but give yourself that opportunity to heal. And don't, I always say, don't stay there. Don't put up a tent and take residence at this place, because you got to move forward. You got to get past the pain. You got to get past the hurt. And I know it's easier said than done, but I'm here to tell you, I'm a living witness. You can do it if you're willing to put in the work, and just know that it's going to take time. When I went through my process, I didn't, just forget about it and forgive immediately. It took time. I vacillated. Do I stay? Do I leave? Do I go? Like, what am I supposed to do? I had a 7-year-old daughter at the time. What am I supposed to model to her? I never wanted to be in a relationship just because of my daughter, because they can pick that stuff up. I wanted to be there because I wanted to be there. I chose to be there, and not just be there, like I said, as a mortar, but I wanted to be there 100%. There was a period in time where I was numb. I was just numb. I was numb from the pain. So you have to recognize the different stages and where you are, and be okay with it. Be okay with it. But the one thing you have to do is you have to decide, are you going to stay or are you going to leave? And no matter what you decide to do, then you begin to do your work so that you can heal. We don't have the ability to change anybody. The only person we can change is ourselves. So shift your attention from your spouse, from the hurt, from the pain, and begin to focus on you. Begin to do the work. Begin to, do self-reflection. Begin to do the things that are going to help you get to the place where, what? If I stay here, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to have joy. I'm going to have peace. If I decide to leave, I need those same things, because I don't want to take that baggage in my next relationship. So it's very important that you walk that through, and you're going to have to forgive. You got to forgive, and not that kind of forgiveness where I'll forgive you, but I won't forget. I'm talking real deal, Holyfield, true forgiveness. And that looks like, if you don't know what it looks like, that means that you're not keeping an account of the wrong that was done to you. It means that you're no longer slipping off into a deep, dark place. It means that you're not bitter. You're not angry. You have to really forgive, and you do that. It's a process. It's a process. You keep doing the work. Just keep doing the work. Keep showing up, because you're worth it. You are worth the work. And if you're in a place, when I was going through, my emotions were all over the place. And I got to a place where I was tired of my emotions leading me. I was tired of them telling me whether or not I was going to have a good day or a bad day. So I had to go and get counseling. If that's what you need to get to your whole place, then do that. You got to do what you got to do. Hey, Shernette. You got to do what works. Don't let people tell you. You get the plan together. But again, how are you going to get the plan if you don't know what you're doing? So make a decision. Make that decision today. And if you're at that place where you need assistance, I hear what you're saying, Dr. Katrina, but I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to make the decision. I don't know how, to move forward. I'm just hurt. I just want to sit here and soak. But I want to do the work, but I just need somebody to help me. I need the guidance. I need the tools. I need the strategies. Then send me a DM, reach out to me. If you are a wife that's hurting from infidelity, I also have a group, and I built that group, created that group just for wives that are enduring, infidelity, because the one thing I know I needed when I walked through was I needed a safe place. I needed a place where I can go and be vocal. I needed a friend. I needed somebody I can talk to. And as wives that go through that, you don't do that often. Even though you may have your close girlfriend, because you're hurt, because of the shame and the guilt, you don't necessarily open right up. And so you're like, okay, I'm here, but I got my girlfriend on the side. Shernette, thank you for tuning in, sweetheart. I got my girlfriend on the side, and I don't want to tell her, I'm in church, they gonna judge me. I'm embarrassed by this thing. They're gonna start with, girl, I thought you had it all together. No, we are human. And so we go through things, we endure things, and that's the beauty of it all, is knowing that your pain is not for naught. There's healing on the other side if you do the work. There's healing on the other side if you make that choice, if you make that decision. And so I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you walk through that. I can help you because I've been through it. I'm not telling you about something that I read in a book. I'm not telling you about something I heard. I walked through it. My husband and I went through infidelity. We were separated for 3 years, and then he went off to prison for almost another 3, and I had to walk that thing out. I had to pick up the pieces. I had to figure out, where do I go from here? Because, I didn't want my daughter to have to fight this thing. I didn't want her to have to deal with it. And I didn't want to be a miserable person. I didn't want to be all broken and bitter and resentful. I didn't want to live my life like that. I wanted to be Katrina. I wanted to be my vibrant self. I wanted to be joyous, And so I had to put in the work. I had to do what was necessary. I had to get in and examine myself. I had to have the uncomfortable conversation. I had to ask the tough questions. I had to really look at my husband through the eyes of the Lord. I had to do a lot of things that were hurtful, and that it brought pain, but it brought pain because there was healing that was on the other side of it. So I just wanted to come on today to encourage you that you can do it. Make the decision and allow yourself to go through the process. If you're in that place, I see your comment there, Lady Shernette, bless you. Like I said, you can join my group. It's Wives Healing Openly from Infidelity is the name of the group, and it's only for wives. It's only for wives that have been impacted by infidelity. Again, it's created so that you have a safe place. So if you're in a place where, I can't tell my girlfriend, I can't tell my mom, I can't tell my sister, I'm just not at that place yet to take the mask off, and I just need somebody that can relate to me. I invite you to join the group so that you can have that place of release, and if you're at the place where you say, what, I'm ready to do the work, I'm ready to invest in myself, I invite you to join the Whole Academy, which will be launching in November. You can DM me the word founder in your email address, and I'll send you the information, and you're invited to that. And I thank you guys for your time, because you don't have to come on here, and I pray that there's something that was said or done that blessed you today, and so I encourage you to make the decision, make the investment in yourself. You're so well worth it. You are so well worth it. And I know it may not look good right now. It may not look like you're going to win right now, but I promise you, if you don't quit, you will win. Ladies, I love you. Thank you. God bless you. And I will talk to you again later. Have a great day.